Y'all, we need to buy another fishbowl. I'm sorry. We need to. I know it's a lot going on in this world. We need another fishbowl. I'm sorry. Because what if I pick the one I picked last time? Let's hope not. Let's hope not. What does Harry Hook's pirate ship want me to discuss today? Okay, I see you guys wrote notes on the outside of the cards. Thank you, because I get confused easily. So we're gonna pick the one that didn't have that letter on it. I'm just trying to be great right now. There's a wasp on the door. Can I do video essays in peace, please? Like, why y'all kind of bothering me? No, like, y'all, I'm for real, I'm scared. It's like right by the door too, to get back in the house. Anyway, let's go. Today you will be analyzing the iCarly episode that made fun of Britney Spears. With all that's going on with the Free Britney movement, it will be good to bring up how someone who has connections to her family made fun of her mental health. We talking about this dude again? As always, Dan Snyder's shows have so many issues. Free Britney.
Come on, boys, get loud. 'Cause when the music starts bumping, the whole place will be jumping. It's my scene, my scene. You know what I mean. It's my scene, you know what
Now, if there's one thing you learn before leaving this place, it's that we, even the weakest among us, are better than the best of them.
Like I said, your art is a reflection of you. So to working with one of her family members, that you felt comfortable to make fun of her on one of your television shows. Like, it just does not sit well with me whatsoever. Dan, the footman, what the freak are you doing? Hey y'all, it's Harriyanna and I am back with another video. Hello, welcome aboard the pirate ship, also known as Harry Hook's pirate ship. Always remember, I am the captain. You are not my first mate. We say this every single time and a lot of y'all just don't seem to get it. I have no first mate. Nobody's worthy of being the first mate. I got a second, I got a third, I got numerous seconds actually. I even got a 12th, but no one's worthy of being first. Someday somebody will be first, but no one's first at the moment. Hello, my name is Harriyanna. This is your first time seeing me. You're in for something. I don't know what you're in for, but you're in for something. And I like to make content based off nostalgia and family and children's entertainment and all the issues that I find within those spaces. Now, if you guys hear something in the background, I am so sorry. My mom has the dryer going right now. It's probably the washing machine or a dryer. So if it's kind of like a sound in the background, that's what that is. But please just ignore that. Just kind of see it as kind of like white noise or something like that. I always try to do my quick little announcements before we get into what the video is about. So I do have a shop. My merch shop is open. I do have merch. harriyannahook.com. If you guys would like to purchase my merch, that's where it is. Yeah, I got a lot of fun stuff coming up right now. I just have my spring collection at the moment. My summer collection is going to be super duper special, so I really can't wait for you guys to see that. Please go subscribe to the mailing list if you can. I have a Patreon. Thank you guys so much for supporting my Patreon. I have been getting a lot of more Patreon supporters lately, and I'm just thankful for all of you guys. Thank you guys so much. I offer so much stuff over there. I put in a lot of hard work into the Patreon, so thank you guys so much for supporting. And last but not least, I have the Progenies. The Progenies is my web series. It is a Descendants web series. We've been working super duper hard on it. Please go support that. Please watch our pilot link down below, and go go follow our Instagram page at The Progenies. So let's go ahead and get into today's video. We are going to be talking about Dan the Footman again. Ew, we're even talking about Dan the Footman today, okay? Like I said, If you guys did not know, requests are only open to my patrons. So I popped up in the Discord and I have a section in there where I'm like, hey, just put in requests right here, and I'll go through the ones that I feel comfortable talking about or the things that I want to make and whatever. And somebody threw in that Ginger Fox episode of iCarly, and I was like, you know what? Yes, the pirate ship is getting an in-depth thesis on why the Ginger Fox episode of iCarly did not age well. It did not age well at all. Oh my gosh, one of my rubber bands popped off my head and it fell on me. Anyway. We are in the current age of where we call out Dan the Footman on all his wrongdoing, as we should. And at first, we began calling him out on the gross things that he's done in real life and a lot of the shady things that Nickelodeon has done to cover up him and many other gross people in this entertainment industry that we have here in America. But people don't seem to get that, like, your art is a reflection of you. And after we finally connected the dots that this man is very, very creepy and weird, that his work is, it's a reflection. It's a really, really bad reflection. Let's just go ahead and get back into it. So many of his works are just really, really pervy. Like, you can never catch a break. There is something pervy in literally every single episode of all of his shows. It's honestly really freaking annoying. I understand kids shows every now and then having one pervy joke here, one pervy joke there. I don't mind that, but it's just all the time. I'm like, can y'all calm down? Please calm down. And people get so angry at us for doing this, saying it's just a kid show. It ain't that deep. It's just a kid show. Yada yada yada. No, it's not just a kid show. That's the reason why it's a problem. It's a problem because it's a kid show. We are going to be talking about I Fix a Pop Star. I Fix a Pop Star is the name of the iCarly episode from season 3, which honestly is the best season of iCarly. Don't try to fight me on that. Yeah, I Fix a Pop Star is the episode that makes fun of Britney Spears. And we're going to get into the depth about what exactly happens in that episode. And the main reason why I find it so hurtful and disgusting. This is the episode of iCarly that makes fun of Britney Spears' mental health. Yeah. Yes, they were doing this. We're making fun of people's mental breakdowns now. Okay. Like I said, I Fix a Pop Star is the episode where Carly, Sam, and Freddie, the show's main trio, basically have to fix a pop star, because in the past they did fix a pop star before, where basically it was this dude that was a really, really terrible singer. He wasn't a terrible singer, he was a terrible person, and they did his music video for him, and people reached out to them and they was like, hey, you were able to make that horrible dude look good, can you come and make Ginger Fox look good too? Ginger Fox is Britney Spears in this episode, by the way. So they were like, sure, why not? And then they realized how difficult the process was because of how difficult it was to work with her, because she was so mentally unstable. So that's just kind of like the premise of that episode. That's just really all you need to know. You need to refresh your memory on that episode. And yeah, it's basically what the title of the episode says. They're fixing a pop star. So, Ginger Fox, who is a parody of Britney Spears, she is getting ready to make her award show come back after the very, very public mental breakdowns that she has. Sounds familiar? Does this sound very, very familiar to anybody? Because I'm pretty sure we are all aware of when Britney Spears cut her hair and then she got out of the car because that paparazzi was bothering her, and she started banging his car with an umbrella. I don't blame her. You should have left her alone, dude. You did that mess to yourself. I don't feel bad for that dude whatsoever. I watched a documentary with that man in it, and he was trying to, like, she just started banging along. No, you deserve that. Leave that woman alone. She just wanted some peace, and you was all up in her face. So, don't. It's basically like that time period, like I said, when Britney shaved her head and then she wanted to make her come back to show people that she still got it and she's still into making music and that she's healing. And when she did her VMA performance of Give Me More. Now, if you've seen Britney Spears' VMA performance of Give Me More, it's very, very questionable. Like, people either laugh at it, and if you laugh at it, you suck, or they're just very, very concerned. It's very, very concerning because when you watch it, it's obvious that she's not okay. The weird thing about it is that people were talking about how awful the performance was, because everybody's saying, like, did she just not have enough time to rehearse? Was she just missing steps? Was she just not getting it? it's obvious that she wasn't doing good because she didn't even look comfortable on stage performing. So that was just like the most disturbing thing overall about that entire VMA performance. And I really didn't learn much about it until I gotten older. Like, obviously Britney wasn't okay and people were just laughing at her. And the entire episode, I Fix a Pop Star, is just very, very mean-spirited. It's like they're not even trying to like reason with her being mentally unstable. They just see her as this crazy person and that she just doesn't want to work or she just doesn't care about anything. And that really was not the case when it comes to Britney Spears. I feel like this show just kind of did like a really, really poor job portraying somebody that's just really been manipulated by the entertainment industry, because it's like they were trying to make fun of her. Not they were trying to make fun of her. They were making fun of her, because the entire episode they were making extremely rude remarks about her, talking about how she don't watch her kids, she don't shower, she don't this, she don't that, she this and whatever. And all of those are signs of somebody that there's something going on mentally. Like, there's something going on with her, and they just saw it as a joke. Like, I'm tired of television making jokes about mental health. That is just not okay. It's not okay. And this is a product of its time, as this episode did come out in 2010, and 2010 was a mess, okay? 2010 was a freaking mess. So many people got away with so much mess. Like, if y'all saw the way Twitter looked in 2010, you would be absolutely disgusted. You would actually be very, very disgusted. Twitter was not a great place at all in 2015. You had people over here calling black girls roaches all the time, and they got away with it, calling black girls dogs and stuff like that, and making smart comments about what the things Asian people eat and whatever, and people encouraging this and that and the third. It was very, very disturbing for social media during that time period. And a lot of that stuff we saw on television reflected really, really bad on social media. Like, oh Jesus, it's kind of like a double thing, okay? It's a double whammy right there. And they were just speaking very, very poorly of her. Like I said, she was very, very difficult to work with. But the thing about it is that it's obvious that she was not okay. The entire episode was just like, this woman needs help and we're gonna make fun of her. That's literally what it is. It's very, very just mean. I don't really like watching this episode nowadays. It's weird because it was actually one of my favorite episodes at one point when it comes to iCarly. And then when I actually realized what it was doing, because I did find out, like, I already knew it was parodying Britney Spears, but then when I actually learned a little bit more about what Britney Spears was dealing with, it's not funny no more. It's not funny no more. It wasn't funny to begin with because they were making fun of a woman that obviously needed medical attention. This thing about this being in an episode of iCarly is that, if you guys don't know, Britney Spears has a little sister named Jamie Lynn Spears. And Jamie Lynn Spears was the star of another Dan Schneider television show called Zoe 101. And we all know about the disaster that was Zoe 101. It was so much drama behind the scenes. The show itself isn't even good. But Zoe 101 just kind of has a really, really bad reputation now because of everything that everyone found out going on behind the scenes. And, you know, the stuff going on with Jamie Lynn Spears, this lead actor, relating to her sister, okay? Like I said, I'm pretty sure everybody is just kind of aware about the method of production that is Zoe 101. I have a video talking about it on my Alexa Nicholas video, and there are numerous other videos on YouTube, like Sloan, for example. Sloan is amazing, posts amazing content about like the behind the scenes of a lot of these Dan Snyder shows. There's a lot of this information out there, and I really do recommend you guys look at this because, like I said, your art is a reflection of you. So when I found out about all of this stuff behind the scenes, I was not surprised, but I was still extremely disappointed. Like I said, that episode aired after Zoe 101 ended, as Zoe 101 ended in 2008 and iCarly didn't start airing in 2007 and aired a few more years after that. I find it extremely weird how somebody that was in that close connection to Britney Spears, because Britney Spears would come to the set of Zoe 101 a lot because her little sister was there and the rest of her family was there. The family just kind of went with each other all the time. I found it so freaking weird that you were in such close connection to her, to working with one of her family members, that you felt comfortable to make fun of her on one of your television shows. Like, it just does not sit well with me whatsoever. Dan, the footman, what the freak are you doing? Like, and the thing about it is that, like, it's not that he made fun of her. It's the fact that how is he able to get away with making fun of her? Because the Spears' family, I am very suspicious of them. I have a lot of questions, okay? Like, they played off making fun of someone's mental breakdown for laughs and giggles for children, okay? This is not okay. It's wrong in adult television too. The thing about it is that I don't really have too much of a problem with it I do have a problem with it. Don't say that. Don't quote me on that. That when it comes to adult television, when there are instances of making fun of mental health and things like that, they are acknowledged that they're wrong and they are there to show how what they're doing is not okay. But when a kids show, they don't do that. They just try to play it off like it's funny. So that's the big issue with a lot of the stuff being in children's television, because kids are gonna laugh at what they see. I laughed my ass off when I was younger when I saw this episode, and I've seen this episode so many times during my childhood because I thought it was so funny. But it actually isn't, because years later when I actually found out about the entire VMA performance, when I saw it and then I learned about all the stuff, and then I learned about, because when I was younger, I never thought it was funny. I never laughed at the entire thing where people were making fun of Britney Spears when she shaved her head and she was doing all that stuff. I didn't think it was funny. I was just really kind of confused, because I was just like, what would make her do that? What's going on? And then once I started having issues with my mental health in middle school, I completely understood why she did that. And the fact that she obviously wasn't okay and they still made her go out there and perform is a big issue. Like, it's not funny whatsoever. We should not be laughing about this. Stuff like this really should not be played off for giggles and chuckles. It's not okay. Like I said, iCarly is a great show. When it's good, it's good. But when it is bad and problematic, it is there. It is very, very prominent. And that's the thing, a lot of issues with Dan Snyder's work. I'm not going to sit here and lie. Dan Snyder is a talented man. A lot of his work is extremely great. He has some of the funniest lines that I've seen ever. Like, Dan Snyder's work is good. I'm not going to sit here. I pay my respect when it's due. The man's talented, but the man also has a lot of problems. Like, a lot of his work, it's not okay. And we really should acknowledge that it's not good for the culture. Like, I'm sorry, but I'm just like, Dan Snyder's work is bad for the culture. It is bad for the culture, like I said. And the weird thing about it, like I said, is that Britney probably couldn't say anything, because as you guys know, Britney Spears' family has her under a conservatory, and they basically control her entire life. She is a grown woman and they have all this control over her entire life. It's so freaking terrifying. It's so freaking sad. Like, Britney can't speak for herself. She can barely think for herself. It's like she can, but she's very limited to what she's doing, and it feels as if she's crying for help. Like, we're all very, very worried about Britney Spears. That's why the entire Free Britney movement is going on right now, because it's so obvious that she's hurting. Her family, what they're doing to her is completely unacceptable, and they control every little last thing she does. And they just let this episode happen. It's weird. It's really, really weird, because this was going on at the same time. Like I said, a lot of the stuff going on with Britney Spears that's just now coming to light and that we're just now finding out about, it has been going on for a long freaking time. And basically, when this iCarly episode was out, it was going on. It was going on. And as time continues to pass and more people are realizing how messed up Dan Snyder's work is, we really should continue to talk about it. We need to continue talking about how messed up this man's work is, because no one said anything. No one has ever said anything. And I am glad that there's a section of YouTube now where people are finally speaking up about the grossness in his shows. Because for the longest, I'm not trying to like brag on myself or anything like this, but many people come at me and they like message me and tell me that they are very appreciative of what I do, because they're finally realizing that kids do deserve better media. Kids deserve better entertainment than the mess that is given to them. People don't care. People don't take it seriously because they see it as something just for kids. And I'm like, no, y'all genuinely don't care about children. Y'all are so mean to kids, and it doesn't make any sense to me. Like, kids deserve to have good media too. And when it comes to good media, I'm talking about appropriate media. I don't get why people think something is kid friendly if it doesn't have cussing or nudity and things like that. Like, no, a lot of these shows have issues making fun of people's mental health, like we spoke about today, and racism and misogyny and things like that, but nobody really bats an eye at it because they don't see things like that as inappropriate when they really are. Children's television is getting better. Like I said, I still do watch a lot of the shows that do air on Nickelodeon and Disney Channel and Cartoon Network. It's getting better, and I'm glad to say that. I do fully support these shows. Craig of the Creek, I'm gonna be real with y'all. I like the show when they're not at the creek. Like, when it's the family stuff, I like that. When they're at the creek, I don't care for it too much, but I throw it on in the background to give it ratings. Y'all asked me about my opinion on Craig of the Creek? There. Okay, like I said. Until people start bringing up how messed up many of these things are in these shows, they're gonna continue to go and go on. Like I said, things are getting better because people are finally realizing this was not okay. This will not fly this day and age. And that's why I really am grateful for the way social media has changed, because there is so much mess that would still get away with it. Like all these little homophobic, transphobic jokes that be up in television shows. I'm glad social media start calling this mess out, because that stuff would still be there if people didn't start it. Like, people love to get on Generation Z and part of the millennials for doing things like this. But no, like, we're tired. We want better media. We want better representation. And Nick honestly has gotten better since his departure. But who knows what else this man is going to make in the future? What else is Dan the Footman going to make in the future? Who knows? Is he going to continue to do the gross stuff that he did in the past? Or is he going to change his stuff and try to do better? Like, who knows? I wouldn't watch anything else put out by this man, to be honest. I don't want to. No. I don't. And Nickelodeon, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna go ahead and say this. Nick, you remember when Nick, like that summer, y'all know, when everybody was getting exposed, they were like, basically they parted ways with Dan Snyder. Y'all, pay attention. His shows are on streaming services. Teen Nick literally is the Dan Snyder network where they air reruns of all his television shows. Nick is still paying that man. Even though he's not making new stuff, he's still getting paid by Nickelodeon. Okay? Learn how residuals work. Learn how residual checks work. That's all I'm going to say on that, okay? Nick and a lot of these little corporations, they scream performative activism, okay? Nick honestly is the one that's actually proven himself, and I am proud of that. But I call out mess, I call out BS when I see it. Y'all are still airing this man's shows. Even though you say you parted ways with him, you're still airing his shows. So, yeah, and I feel like I am part to blame for him because I still have him on in the background sometimes. Like I said, iCarly is one of my favorite shows ever, and I can't stand it. I'm actually really angry that's one of my favorite shows. But that's the end of this video. I just kind of want you guys to ponder on that, how they parted ways with him, but his shows are still airing. I just wanted you guys to be aware of that. In conclusion, this ride on the pirate ship was, thank you guys for watching this video. If you like this and want to see more from me, hit that thumbs up and hit that subscribe button down below. If you would like to see more of me off of YouTube, go subscribe to Patreon if you can. And if you want to see me for free, I have Tumblr, Twitter, Instagram, all of that stuff, even Pinterest, okay? I'm a blogger girl, okay? I am like Gossip Girl. I just be blogging all the freaking time. I love blogging. It's my life. I've been blogging since like I was about like 14 years old. I freaking love it. It's my life. And I love you guys so much. Please go support harriyannahook.com if you can. Buy me a coffee link down below. Just a nice little tip if you want to do that. Thank you guys so freaking much for everything. I love you guys. And have a good day. Q Chemical X.
Girls will just blow your mind. Buttercup like villains 3 at a time. Bubbles will smile while kicking your butt, and Blossom will lead them out of their rut. Cherish and Powerpuff, 2 of a kind. Both wanna save the world before bedtime. From Townsville, Memphis, New York to LA, the Powerpuff Girls are just here to stay. They coming through and fighting, and everyone they're shocking. You know no one can stop them all because